Duke Mulholland with the Chatsworth Historical Society. I'm here in the Garden of the Gods, standing on what was once known as the Iverson Movie Ranch. From 1912 to the mid-1960s, these iconic sandstone rock formations formed the background for thousands of movies and television shows. In 1965, construction on the Simi Valley Freeway split the ranch in half and effectively put it out of business. The property was then subdivided and developed. Hollywood history was covered by townhomes and million-dollar hilltop mansions. Thankfully, the developers donated some of the unbuildable rocky area to the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy, and the Garden of the Gods is now a park that you can visit that sits on land that I like to refer to as where the Old West once was. The most prominent features in the Garden of the Gods are the Sphinx Rock on the right and the Tower Rock on the left. Located just a few hundred feet away from modern condominiums, these rocks appeared in silent films like Tell It to the Marines and Noah's Ark. From the 1930s through the 1960s, the Garden of the Gods served as the Old West, time and time again, in film and television throughout the golden era of the cowboy western. Every legendary movie and TV cowboy roamed this frontier. William S. Hart, Gene Autry, Roy Rogers, John Wayne, Hopalong Cassidy, Lash LaRue, Wild Bill Elliott, Gary Cooper, Gabby Hayes, Steve McQueen, Clint Eastwood, and many, many more. It was often said that if you saw a rock in a motion picture, it was either a studio rock or an Iverson rock. On the reverse side of the Sphinx Rock is an area that once hosted a future United States president and a king. The king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, shot promotional photos in the Garden of the Gods for his film Harem Scarum in 1965. It was one of the last big-budget films shot at the ranch before the freeway construction began. And just to the left of where the king stood, Ronald Reagan appeared in a 1955 Western called Tennessee's Partner, 25 years before he was elected President of the United States. One of the last remnants of the Iverson Movie Ranch is the metal camera dolly track that you see at the bottom of this shot. It marks the exact location from the classic 1940 film The Grapes of Wrath, where Henry Fonda and his sharecropper family arrive and get their first view of the Golden State of California. Located across the street from the Garden of the Gods is a large sandstone wall known as the Nyoka Cliff. It was featured in many films. And located near it is one of the most famous rocks in all of Hollywood history, the Lone Ranger Rock, that appeared in the classic 1950s TV series. The Lone Ranger Rock also appeared in many other films, including Ben-Hur, The Luck of the Roaring Camp, and They Died with Their Boots On. While I'm not sure that the Lone Ranger Rock is part of the park, we at the Chatsworth Historical Society are working to make sure that it will always be protected and perhaps someday become a historical landmark. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out the Chatsworth Historical Society website at chatsworthhistory.com and iversonmovieranch.blog. I also highly recommend the books The World-Famous Iverson Movie Ranch by Jerry Schneider and Real Cowboys by Jerry England. If you're in the area, Come and take a visit. I'll meet you there in the Garden of the Gods.